Whoops. Sorry, guys. All right, I figured it out. They've changed a bunch of things, so you have to go through different steps to get live, but I finally made it. I know I'm not supposed to be on here till 3:30, but I was getting so aggravated with getting set up and getting on that I said, as soon as I can get it fixed, I'm going live. Hi, Janet. So I said, y'all have homework, and then I didn't do the homework. So we're going to work on this together. And we'll get it bound today. So today you're going to need some of your favorites. I've got the hand-carved stamps we did together, plus I pulled some others out of my collection that I've made of hand-carved stamps. And then I've got some stamped images that I had leftovers of. I've got some painty paper. I've got a little thing. I'm going to do just a quick ATC, and I cut this so I can put it on top of this after I put some friends in the box, thus my little man that I carved. Hi, Beth. So we're going to decorate our covers front and back. You're going to need some cording, and we'll go over how we're going to put it together after we do our covers. So we're going to set this aside for right now. I've also got a leftover flower. I thought maybe I could tuck that in somewhere. And anything that you have left over from doing the journal, feel free to utilize it for your covers. So I think the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put some friends in a box. So I've got my little man out here that I carved, and I'm going to put some of y'all in the box so I can have friends in the box. And we'll set all this aside. It'll make more sense in just a little bit here. And I've got some extra of the same painty paper. I'm going to make a box around y'all on here. I've got some leftover of that I'm going to just put strips of 1/4 inch double adhesive on the back, and then just cut them out. And that'll be washi tape. So we will do handmade washi tape. I'll probably pull some things out of our folder as well. You know, I created that folder at the beginning for the summer 2021 journal. So I'm just going to quickly look through here. I'm putting together some things for those that have participated. And let's see here. Oh, we could use our handmade stencil. I'll pull that out. And we used dots that first week, so I'll keep those out, maybe add some dots to my page. Anything that you want to use, feel free to pull out and utilize. I'm looking for, and I think I put them in a different envelope. Oh, we could do some doodles. I could add some doodles. There's a grid already done out. Oh, here we go. Here's my saying. Let me see what sayings I have left that we wrote out. Not necessarily the magazine cutouts, but the ones that we did together that I added color to. Those are the ones I'm kind of looking for. Oh, look, this one says that summer feeling. So I'll set that aside. Sweet summertime. The one we did together. There's no graceful way to get on a pool float. A summer I'll always remember with people I'll never forget. So that gives me 3 little sayings. If you want to use magazine cutouts, you can. But I think I'm going to save these for other projects. And I'll put that in there. So if I do those things, it'll probably fill my cover up real quick. And I'm going to just paint my cover, you know, with a color I like. It says summertime, so it'll probably be blue because I like blue. Some blue skies. So let's do our little friends in a box. I want to get a piece of scrap printer paper or something to put behind them so that I'm not using anything on my cutting board because I didn't think about covering this. So I think what I'm going to do is start at the top and I'll put some little guys on. And because we all have different skin tones and stuff, I'm going to use some different colors. So I have all the colors of the nationalities that come to play. Let's see. Stays on would work. Stays on. And I found some foam. So I can use some of that. I think this is just a little piece of foam, and that will help me stamp better. And then I just want a scrap piece of paper that I can cover part of this so I can make it look like there's a crowd of y'all. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put this on here, and I'll stamp just the head part along here like that. And it doesn't even have to have everybody inside the shot because I'm a sticky box. So hi, Janet, Beth, Allie, and Cheryl, and Ann. That's everybody I see so far. It's cover time, cover time. I have tried to come in a little bit closer. I'm just going to stamp on the purple and see how it's loading up. That's pretty good. All right, I'm turning this at an angle. Simply so I can do it and y'all can see. Hi, Janice. Maybe this person will be kind of off the edge. You'll see what I'm going to do here in a minute. So I'm ending up with just their head there. Maybe come up a little bit more. We'll create a crowd here. We're all different sizes and shapes and colors and skin tones and nationalities, but we all come together to play, right? Maybe put one that's just off the edge of the page. All right. And I don't worry about my foam getting a little messed up. Then I'm going to move this down a little, like say that much. All right. Let's see how this will do. We'll get somebody sitting in front of that person. Somebody sitting in front of that one. Looks like I could have gone down farther with the I just love this little guy that I carved out. You love this idea of putting the friends in the box? He was pretty easy to carve, my little person. Uh-oh, that one looks like he's got devil horns. That's no good. I don't know if this is going to work the way I had envisioned it or not. But it'll be pretty all right. Hi, Sharon Marlowe. All right, so I could put the purple underneath now so that we'll see how this turns out. I had to put Tippy out on the porch because he was being so naughty. I don't know if any of y'all saw the message or if you've ever watched Sherry Wolf here on YouTube, but she passed away. Her daughter posted a message on Facebook, and Sherry has passed away. She had a lot of health concerns, and she was in a lot of pain, and so she's in a better place, but she was very much a card maker extraordinaire. So now I'm going to color these in with different colors of the world and put the foam up. I can find it again. And I might just leave this piece of paper here so that if I color off the page a little bit. These at the very top might end up getting covered up. Bernadette, lay down. Lay down. If you want to put clothes on everybody, you can. I'm just going to color the kind of the shoulders and the head area, and then in between, I'll just color it out so it looks like we're in a darkened theater with just the light shining on our faces. And I'm not good enough with faces to put smiles on everybody, so I figure it's easiest just to color in the whole thing here. So we'll include an ATC on our cover as well. It is summertime. I could put us all in bikinis or something. I haven't seen a bikini since high school. Would not be a nice thing to see anymore. Put our friends in the box is my plan. I could have done one of each color in the box, I think. These folks got a little bit of a sunburn, I think, because this is kind of pink. And I'm just going to randomly grab a colored pencil in the background. Let's see, the back row is done. I think Greg's home from work. They're only keeping him part days, which is good because last night he decided he'd go out and enjoy his birthday, and he didn't get home till like 1 o'clock. And these really do look like devil horns. I might have to put a hat on these in the front. But he stayed out late, so he's been stubborn. Hey, I'm live, just an FYI.
Okay, well, I'll tell you about some things later then.
Okay, well, I just went live, so it'll be a little bit, but you can get a shower and rest.
I'm not getting a shower yet at 5:15. I gotta go to the barber shop.
Oh, okay.
I'm really wanting to trim.
Yeah, I thought you were doing that the other day.
Well, I was, but I couldn't get anybody scheduled in.
Oh.
And
Did you find your debit card?
No, I got a replacement, remember?
Oh.
That's why instead of going to the barber shop, I went to the bank, and the bank ate up all my time.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll be off in several hours.
Okay.
I colored this one, didn't I? I can't tell now. I think these have been colored with that pink color. I feel bad for him, but then I don't feel bad for him because he brought it on himself. Put it that way. Shh. Bernadette, come in here and lay down. Lay down, honey. Lay down. Just this one person right here that I need to color in. Some of these, they're going to get wiped out when I put the border on, but y'all can peek in from the edge. And I'll take a minute and look at the screen. It's not moved, so I hope y'all are still out there. Let's see. Do I have a dark blue? I should put these up before I pull those other crayons out because these are my Colors of the World crayons, and I like to keep them where they're easy to get to in their box. So I'm doing friends in a box here. So, I mean, if you don't have a cute little stamp already made up, you can draw some little people in a box. That's what I think Mary would probably do. And there's Mary. Mary's lurking. That's fine, Mary. I have those days too when all I can do is sit and lurk. I was beginning to think I couldn't get on because, all right, when you come on to set up now, they do everything in one window. At least here on my laptop, they do. And you have to scroll way down the page to get to where it says, is this video made for children? And that's what I kept getting hung up on because I've got my videos all marked that way, but now you have to choose it again when you get doing a setup to go live. So yeah, it was frustrating me. I was about to give up and I was like, wait a minute, let me look. I had already posted in a couple places. And then I was like, let me just look around. Let's see, what is this? Violet. Violet will be all right. Bernadette, come here and lay down. She's trying to find Greg. For anybody that doesn't know, Bernadette is blind. She can see lights and darks, but she can probably tell shapes because they'll block the light. But she uses her nose to find us. I might use violet down here at the bottom and then work my way up to a blue at the top. This is kind of a different, this is a metallic. She just came in, so she shouldn't need to go to the potty right away. Bernie, come here, honey. Your mat's in here. Come here. I'm in here. Come here. She needs a date with the groomer really bad. I should set that up. But I can't really because I don't have a car right now. I have to wait until the car is fixed. So, sorry, Bernie, you're going to have to wait. I can't do the nail trimming. I'll pay somebody to do it. She's a lot of work. Uh-oh. Some of these need to go in and be sharpened. Some of y'all that have devil horns on in here, I'm going to have to give you guys some hats. Draw some little hats on you because right now it looks like you have horns. Have you been naughty? See what I mean right here? They look like horns. But it's arms. It's arms. Are you up in arms? Ha ha ha. I'm making Ann jokes. Ha 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 ha. Oh, she's pacing. She can't find Greg. He's in the bathroom. Close the door on her. Bernie. Hey, baby, come here. What you doing? Oh, and I got the dress figured out. I finally got a message back from the designer of it. And the little funny piece, I'm just going to sidetrack myself. The bodice piece had, here would be the shoulder, and then this would be the armhole. Well, at the neckline, it had this little piece that juts out about 3/4 of an inch and then goes over to the center. And then it comes straight down where you put the piece on a fold. So this would be on the fold. And then you would sew your shoulder seam. And then you have this little raised up bit. And then it said to turn the facing. And I said, there's no facing pieces. This is the facing, come to find out. And all I had to do is fold it under a 1/2 inch and stitch. So, yeah. I was a little bit aggravated. Little bit. Sharon says she's always naughty. I can leave her horns if I want to. I don't really need to worry about going all the way to the edge because some of y'all are going to be behind the other piece. So I've cut a piece of painty paper the same size as my artist trading card, and I'm going to run it through my sticker maker, my Xyron machine, and then I'll cut a piece out of the center. So I'll have like this block of print left over to use somewhere else. And then I'll have a frame. So I'll show you what I mean by that. Here's the piece I have. So I'm going to put stick on the back of it. And then I'll just gently fold it while it's still attached to the sticker paper. And I'm just going to cut out a rectangle, and then I can peel the frame off and stick it on the artist trading cards, and I'll have my friends in a box. Does that make sense? So let's see if it'll work. Let's see if my idea works. I could also run this piece through and then just cut strips. Let's see here. Maybe we'll do that and I'll cut strips. All right. Oh, and another thing that something just went flying. I don't know where it went. Did it go in the trash can? Another thing that I had trouble with was the sleeves, because on the bodice piece, on the front and the back, like I'd have like a single notch on the front piece, and then on the back piece, I had a double notch. Well, then when I was cutting the sleeve out, and I even pulled the original pattern out to verify it, there was no double mark to denote the back of the sleeve. There was only one mark on the sleeve. It was not labeled, so I didn't know if it was the front or the back. So what I ended up doing is I ended up matching the side seam of the bodice and the underarm seam when I inserted it. And then I did my best to fit it in. So if it looks weird, that's why. And they got back to me and clarified some things, which I had worked on this in my sleep all night long. Do you ever do that where you just get something in your head and it just won't go away? So I knew how I was going to fix it this morning, which was basically the way she said it had to be sewn together. But the whole sleeve not being marked really irritated me, because I sat there trying to figure out which is the front, which is the back. And hopefully I've got them sewn in correctly, or I'm going to feel weird in this dress because the sleeves will be backwards. I'm working on the hem. It's currently under the presser foot with part of the skirt sewn, but it's a big circle skirt. And it's taking forever to get all the way around. Well, I thought she should know that it was a concern, but she acted like, I don't know if she'll fix it or not, put it that way. But I love the dress. It's a great design. It's just there was those two problems, and I just kept trying to figure them out. And it really was quite aggravating from somebody I've sewn since I was 9 years old. So the fact that there was markings on the bodice, I think there would be corresponding markings on the sleeves. That's what was getting me. All right, so there's my extra little piece. It's got sticker on the back. And then I've got my little frame here. If I can get the stupid release paper off my fingers. And it's not a completely perfect frame, but it'll work. And before I remove it from the sticker paper, for the inside of it, I'm going to run my marker, my black marker, around the inside. What, Cole? Be nice. Howard will let you sleep with him if you're nice. Don't be a jerk. Sorry, guys, cat interruption. He's looking for Greg now, too, and I think Greg went out in the bonus room. So let's create kind of a shadow on the inside. This is not smoothly cut. I was cutting kind of blind. And if you mark from the back, you're less likely to slip across the part that you don't want a bunch of black all over. So if you are marking from the back side, you might slip and make a mark on the back, but usually nobody looks back. Putting y'all in a box. And then once I get this attached to the ATC, I can put a black edging on the ATC before I put it on the cover. So I'm going to paint my covers blue. I will have to get something to paint them on so I don't make a complete mess of it. So we'll keep this marker out. I've got these guys here. Let's see if I can pull it just part way off so that I'm not exposing the whole thing at once. Maybe we can get this lined up before I remove the paper. That's my plan, at least. And I'm going to get over it a little bit here. There we go. It's not too shabby. And then see, y'all will be like inside a TV. We ran over to Costco today, and I saw an 85-inch TV. I just can't get over that. We don't own a TV. The TV here in the house is my son's. When he moves out, he'll take the TV, which is no problem for me. I do watch Netflix on it since he has it here, but I can watch Netflix on my laptop. I don't need a TV. But I saw it, and I was like, Scott, 85-inch TV. What the? I just don't get it. I guess because we don't watch TV. All right. So see, I put y'all in a box. And see, I could write Sharon. No. You'd have to sit outside to enjoy that TV. So, I mean, if you owned a bar and you had it on the wall in the bar, that would be all right because, usually bars are kind of big anyway. But at home, whew, no thanks. Who's rubbing? Do you want to be on the video? Let me see if I can get him before he takes off. Do you want to be on the video? Come here. Is Greg trying to get away from you? Say hi, everybody. I'm Cole. They call me an a-hole. Because, see, he'll be sweet like this for a little while, and then he'll spit at me. Don't do it on camera. It's not nice. You want to lay up here on the table? You want to get up here? He's like, no. All right, I'm going to put you guys back down. Now, be nice to Callie. She was sleeping up there first. You want to sleep there? Okay. There you go. No, he's gonna. I don't know what gets in him, Sharon. I mean, he's just all of a sudden it's like he does this spit right in my face. And then he does this clicking noise. And then if I don't put him down, then his claws come out. And that cat's got huge claws. I think he's got 6 toes. All right. So let me get some painty pens because I can't stand that. Some of y'all are getting hats, whether you want them or not. They'll have to be. Let's see here. Let's put some hats on these folks here. Let's just do. Meow. Meow. What? This one looks like it's wearing a bike helmet. So, yep, y'all are getting weird little hats. At least the ones that have devil horns on. What, Cole? What, Cole? Do you want to go out with Dad? Hey. I'll color those in. I'm coming, Cole. All right, there you go. Sorry, guys. Life with animals. It happens. Life with animals happens. All right, I'm going to use a painting pen. Hi, Teresa. I do want to get these finished today. These books. So that one how many hats do we have? 4, 2, 4. Ooh, this one I forget always comes out so fast. This is the only one that I've ever had that trouble of the paint coming out too quick. I hear people talk about Posca's letting down. This is the only one that's ever given me a problem. This one's going to have a weird hat on. And then I'll have to set this aside to dry. There we go. Maybe he's got a bike helmet on. Who knows? So there's my friends in a box for my cover. And so I'm going to set that aside. And let's do one cover at a time. I've got, this can be washi tape. Got the bees. So this is the front cover. I'm just going to paint this a little blue. I don't have any water in here or anything, so I'm just going to use a sponge. And you guys are seeing more of the table than of what I'm doing again. Holler at me next time. You're out of screen. Oh, I gotta give Roy a mustache. Okay, we'll put a mustache on one of them and say it's okay. I think he's got glasses too, so we'll put some glasses and a mustache. This is Deco Americana. So I was looking at the instructions for the binding, and they say for each hole, you need about 3 inches of string for each page you have. So I can't remember how many pages we have. I think it's 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 8. So we'll need 3 pieces of the string at about 24, maybe 25 inches each. So keep that in mind. I'll pick this up and move it over. And then I'll get the back cover. I did go back and add some splatters to my pages, see, and I used an iridescent spray stuff. So it looks kind of like it's just rained. Let's see if I can lay this in exactly the same spot. We'll get some color on here. Oh, bye, Sharon. Have a good afternoon, evening, whatever it may be. For you. And I'm hoping to bind these today. I think Janet Nash said her plan is to keep going and make a fatter journal, but that's okay. You can do this binding at any time. I mean, you can make a humongous book and it'll still lay flat, not fat. But you don't start putting it together until you're sure you're done, because like I said, you have to have enough string for the entire amount of pages. So 3 inches times the number of pages you have times, and then make 3 of that same length, because I've got 3 holes, but if you've got 4 holes, you'll need to make it times 4 pieces. I think I'd like another shade of blue of some sort on here. Let's just stick some of this on here. This is bluegrass green. I'm just going to put a little bit here and there. A little bit, Becky. Yeah. Let's see if I can scoop some of this up. All right. Greg says he has an appointment with the barber at about 5. So if it gets to be getting close to 5 and he's not moving, I will need to go check to make sure he doesn't miss his appointment, because apparently it's hard to get into his barber. And he is tired. I think I am going to add some more so they're more of a blue-green layered effect here. I've got enough paint out to do it. If I get some on my pages I've already done, oh well. Character, right? That's what it is, character. All right, so we'll set that aside for just a sec. I'll go throw this in the sink. And I think I'm going to use my homemade stencil. I'm trying to think, what color should I do for a stamp? Why did I do that? I need that. I don't need this anymore. Oh, yes, I do, because I want to do a sunshine on here. All right. I want to use my pencil, so I'll get out another sponge. This is the way I had put it on last time. I think I'm going to use yellow. I got the dyes in today to do the ice dyeing. Would you all like me to do a video on the ice dyeing? I've never done it before, so it'll be me being crazy. I'm going to look up some more videos and see what luck I have. I have an idea in my head of how I want to do it. I do need to, okay, Janet, I need to get some fabric to do it on. I'm thinking of creating my own fabric so that I can turn around and make it, is my idea. This is the stencil we made with the lid from an oatmeal container and just hand punches. So the decorations are just tiny little punches. So sometimes too much paint gets through. But you can use whatever you want. If you don't want to use a handmade stencil, you can use one you've purchased. But I just wanted to make sure the covers kind of represented what was inside the pages, so it would all tie together. And I wanted to use some of the techniques within the pages that I really enjoyed. And I did really, really enjoy the little pictures we did. So I'll do some of those to include on the cover. And remember, you can include things on your back cover as well as on your front cover. I mean, you're going to see the whole book. Might as well add the things you enjoyed to it. And you could combine things like the film strip technique with your little drawings, which I think Janet's done that on hers. Do y'all remember that movie, Batteries Not Included? I don't know why that just popped in my head, but it did. That was such a cute movie. And the kid that played the bad guy that was trying to disrupt everything, he died really young. He had a heart attack. That popped up in one of those, those stories we all get on our Facebook page of, such and such hasn't aged well. Well, guess what, dear? You're going to age too. And if you've lived a good life, you're not going to be pristine. So get over your bad self and go live your life and quit worrying about how such and such movie star has aged. Let them age gracefully too. Just my 2 cents worth. Let's see, that's the one. I gotta make sure I get it the right side up. All right, so we've added the stencil. I'm gonna throw these in the sink, put these away, and then we'll start putting the things together and see what we come up with. I have an idea for these other stamps. All right. I didn't know if you guys wanted to open today or not. I'm going to leave that up to y'all. If y'all want a room in like Phibbsville or whatever, I can go and create one for this evening. I didn't know if anybody was up to that. So let me say hi to everybody I've missed. Sharon Lombard, hi, and Ray, and who else have I missed coming in? Oh no, Ricky's been sick. I'm sorry, Teresa. I missed that. Yeah, I came on at 3:15. I came on a little early because I was flat discouraged there for a minute because they've changed how you sign on, and I was having trouble trying to figure out what am I doing wrong. Mina Cole, a jerk, so I introduced him to everybody. I want to create a sunshine using my sunshine stamp. So, is this dry? I'm going to flip this over so I can use embossing powder. And I'm just going to get, I really liked how I used the yellow paper that time. So let me get some yellow paper out of here. Certainly I've got some here somewhere. And then I'll use gold embossing powder because that's what I used before. There was somebody in Beth's room there that said that they would like napkins, and I don't remember who it was. Melissa? Maybe. I'm gonna do some suns on this orange this time. Oh. But I have napkins that I can share in this bag right here. So, and I've got some things I want to do a giveaway. My problem is I can only do the giveaways for things that can stay in the USA because postage is crazy to go overseas. I have a mug rug I can give away, and I have some little journal kits. I was given the Hedges family. Is there address in your group, Beth? I mean, I could put together some Happy Meal packages for those that don't have hardly any supplies or anything. Because I think most of us that have supplies, hi, Janet Nash, are kind of overwhelmed with the supplies we have. Not that I don't enjoy Happy Mail. It's just I would rather some of it goes to somebody that really needs them. Okay, Beth, I'll look for it. Hedges. Let me write that down. I'll put it on this piece of purple. Not with, oh, I stuck my hand in that. Let's see. This is a note from Scott to order him number 13 swing line staples. And I already did, so I can use this. Hedges. Family. All right. So you can use any ink. You don't have to use just embossing ink to emboss. Did you know that? The best inks, though, are the ones that don't dry quickly. So see, there's embossing powder on there. I'm going to do 3 of these on here. Leave that open. Put this back on here. And then we'll heat this up. So that's what this stays on. And I think I'll do 3 with a different ink that stays a little wetter, and you'll see the difference. But you can use any ink. So let's see, what did I do with that pen? I just had it. There we go. This is the stays on ink, and this is going to be this other ink. These color box pigmented ink, they work really good. I'm going to use this white pigment ink because it stays a little juicier on the page. I'm getting a little bit of transfer, but that's all right. And you'll see which one does better. So I'm just doing a tryout so you guys can see how this works, and I will need to clean the stamp. So if you just put this down here on the pigment ink, and we'll knock it off. And because the pigment ink stays wet longer, see how much more embossing powder you get on it? But you can see there's still some on the stays on. So, you know, that's why I say you don't always have to have an embossing ink. Any of your inks will work to emboss with. For anybody that didn't already know that. Now you know. All right. And it's always best when you're embossing to get your heat gun hot before you approach the piece that you're working on. Let's see if I can get some of this white ink off from here. I have a scrubber somewhere. I thought I'd use a paper towel, could get that wet stuff off from there. I'll scrub it in a minute. All right. So I'm going to get my heat gun hot. Put this away. So when it starts getting hot, then go to your paper. See, on the Stays On, not much sticks on it. So you get just a little glimmer here and there. Nothing like the pigment ink. The pigment ink, because it stays wet longer, you have to move fast with the Stays On, and then you can get more to stick. But it dries so quickly. I mean, you have to have your embossing powder ready to go. But a pigment ink stays wet longer. And that's why you can emboss with it so good. See the difference? So try your inks. Try all of them and see which one you like the best. It's not going to hurt anything for you to try embossing with all your different inks. In fact, you could do a whole page, you know, like with the Stays On, you would have to put the stuff on right away, but you could do all kinds of ink down one page and label them, and then that would give you an idea of what worked best for you. With the Stays On, the faster you get that embossing powder on, the better. So you can see, this was the Stays On ink. This is the pigment ink. And you can see how much better, even when I was quick, not nearly as much embossing powder stuck on the Stays On as the pigment ink. Just an FYI. And making this sun stamp was really easy. I just did a spiral and then I just made stripes out from the center. So don't worry about having embossing ink. You don't need it. It's just people trying to get you to buy stuff you don't need. I don't think I'm going to use any of my other stamps. I think I have enough stuff to put on my cover now that I want to go ahead and get the cover decorated up. I've got some, I'm going to make homemade washi out of this. I'm just going to cut strips. So I've run this through my Xyron machine. I can take the cover paper off from it. Maybe. I say I can. Uh-oh, it's peeling up everything. There we go. That Xyron was one of my favorite finds at the Goodwill up there in Greenville. I think we bought that at the one over in Clemson, near Clemson University, is where I got this Xyron machine. All right, so I've got that there, but I can make little strips of paper, and to make your own washi, just cut little strips of paper. And because it's homemade washi, I'm not worrying about whether my strips are straight. I'm just putting them on there. Now, because I'm cutting this into strips so close, getting the backing off might be a little bit tricky, but it can be done. Don't fret yourself over it. So these are just some little pieces. Always let your embossing pieces cool before you handle them, or sometimes the stuff will just wipe right off. And of course, I'm going to use the one I used the pigment with. So these will go back in the stash to might get used one day. Might make some more of these up to include in my next little packages to folks that have let me know they're playing this journal. So everybody that's playing that I know about will get some little of my stars. My sun's made up again. So I got 3 suns. What else did I want to do? I want to do some little boxes. I've got some little boxes here. So we've got some suns. I can add some circles if I decide to. There might be some in there I want to use. I've got my homemade washi. I've got my friends in a box here. See, I may put y'all in a box. Some of you have hats on because you had devil horns before that. I've got a single flower that was left over from when we made flowers. There's some more paper that can be made into homemade washi. I've got some bees here. And I've done a little bit of blue around some of them, so those bees will get saved. And then I can just quickly, and their wings have not been filled in with the glossy accents because I can do that after they're installed on my journal. And again, I might use some or all of these. And if I send you some bees for those that are playing along, if I send you some of these bees, I'll go ahead and put some glossy accents on their wings. So when you get them, they'll have the pretty wings like it's on this page here. See how their wings are? The ones I send out will have those on them. So you know who you are. That'll get a little package. Somebody's decided it's time to mow their lawn. I really need to mow ours, but I'm going to do it tomorrow. Not doing it today. It's over 90 degrees right now. I'm not going to get out there and use the lawnmower in that heat. I do miss living up near the mountains when it's hot like this because at least we had a mountain breeze up there. And because he has legs and stuff, you know, I'm not going to try to cut too close on those. I'm just doing a really quick, get them cut out. I'm trying to see what all I have to add my front cover and my back cover. And then I've got my little sayings that I can put all over the cover too. And I had this little piece here, and then I had this blue background, and I laid them on each. And I thought, oh, that looks cool. But I don't know if I'm going to use it because I want to add my little blocks. All right, let's do maybe 3 little blocks is all today. So give me some ideas of something summary, and I'll just do a quick sketch and color in with the colored pencils. Y'all are hotter than we are, Janet, down here. We were only at 90 just a little bit ago. So you're like 5 or 6 degrees hotter. Is Deborah here? Hi, Deborah. Thanks for messaging me last night. Ann says, do a watermelon. All right, so we'll do a watermelon slice or something here. Let's do. And I'm going right in with my black Bic pen. And we'll come out a little bit and do the rind. Or rind. Rind or rind? Rind. All right, and then I've got my pen. And watermelon's a nice hot paint. Let's see. I've got this one. Thought I had a. These really need to be sharpened. Scott took a lemonade. Okay. Scott took the really nice pencil sharpener to the other room. I said, I see how it is. He just laughed. My sharpener. I'm coloring it near the rind a little bit darker. And maybe make some little spots that I'll put seeds in. That's a little bit darker. And then I'll just color the rest of this in with the pink. And I can't tell if it's even coloring because it needs to be sharpened so bad. And then we need a light green and a dark green. So we'll do A darker green to make some stripes. These are a fine touch metallic colored pencil that I got at Hobby Lobby, and they are really pretty good. The dog has finally put herself in her crate, and she's sleeping half in, half out. And I think I'm going to use that Posca pen. What did I do with that? For the seeds. You see, that's our typical weather usually, but we have had a very, compared to the past, like 35 years ago when I was pregnant with Greg, we had weeks. My last 5 or 6 weeks of pregnancy were spent on bed rest because it was 113 degrees and I got toxemia. So yeah, I spent a lot of time just laying in bed, which was not fun at all. I'm going to go ahead and color the background blue on this one. And then let me see. Somebody said lemonade, so we'll do a lemonade in the next picture. Did I miss any others? Oh, that's not a pen. Yeah, that's one of the reasons I only have one child. I didn't have a good experience at the hospital, and I didn't have a good experience being pregnant at all. So hence we have one child. A sunshine. Well, I've got my little sunshines that I carved a stamp for. Uh-oh, a taste for a popsicle. And then let's put a little blue on here just to mark that the cup is there. But we can do another sunshine. Might do a popsicle. There we go. I'll hold it up because they're tiny. It's a watermelon and a thing of lemonade. Ice cream, sunshine, a snow cone. Ooh, Beth, I like that. Let's do a snow cone. And we'll have it in one of those cone things that has the different, like a swirl around the outside. And of course, it has to have a kind of a spotty top on it because, you know, ice is just chunks of ice. So let's see. Let's make it different colors. Let's pretend it's a blue raspberry snow cone. So we'll put blue, and then Italian ice. Oh, when I was in New York, there was the best Italian ice. The Italian ice down here is just not the same. I don't know how to describe it. It's not like what I remember. All right, and then the wrapper has to be different colors. I'll be glad to have the car fixed. I've been wanting to go places all week because the car's broken. As soon as the car gets fixed, I won't want to go anywhere. Isn't that how it goes? All right, so I've got my 3 for my cover now. So we'll start putting this together. Ooh, this is neon. And we'll make it look like it's dripping. It's dripping bad. They better eat it quick. And we'll give it a yellow background. So I wasn't paying attention, and I don't know if anybody wants a room opened tonight or not. Anne will have her room open at 10 o'clock in the morning, right, Anne? I think I'm going to put these, cut them out, and then put them on a piece of black cardstock and turn them into just a short little film strip. So I'll save that, and I can do more later. Oh, bless her. I'm glad to be past that. That's rough. It the only time I've wished to have lived still in the north, where I could have just gone out and laid in a snowbank. All right, I'm gonna put these colored pencils away because I think we're done. I think we can come up with a cover. You know what we need on this cover? We need a summer 2021. Some way we need to put those words on here. I think I might use my label maker and save myself a great deal of effort, and I'll just print it off and stick it down. That's me. Hi, Barbara, Chicken Pot Pie Society. I've been working on some journaling stickers to send to Barb Owen again. Barb Owen, if you're listening. Because I do little hand sketches, and then I'll make a whole page of stickers. So I draw everything a little bit bigger so that when I shrink it down into a journaling size sticker, it's got more color. So I'm just going to give a sneak peek. These are the ones I'm working on right now. And I've got a funny post and a love, hope, and friendship, and a little cup and a little vase, and they'll be even smaller when I've shrunk them down. But I'll fill this whole page like I did here, and then I'll shrink these down to fit this amount of space. So that'll tell you how small they're going to be, but they'll fit in a journal. And she loves to journal. It keeps her going, her journaling. So I do what I can to just give her something new to look at. Let's see, I need just a little piece of black cardstock to turn these into a film strip like thing. And those are 1 inch. So if I do a 1.5 inch strip of paper, I can have a 1/4 inch on each side. 1.5. And there's 3 of those. So let's see. 1.5 and 1.5 is 3. This might be the perfect size. Let's see. Put that one there. I think that'll be the perfect size. All right. Oh, and I wanted the white Posca pen so I can put little squares along the edge. This is coming together. Okay, so this is the back cover, which is going to feel weird working on because the holes are over here. But when I put it down to work on it, this is the back cover and this is the front cover. Maybe put it like this. So this is the front, this is the back. That'll make more sense to my brain. And then I can put y'all on the front. And I've got bees that I can stick on here. And I've got lines. Maybe put y'all up, have one of you with a sunshine there. And I'll have an extra sunshine. We'll put a sunshine on the back. And then I want to put a flower growing here. Maybe we need a flower pot to go with that. And then I'm going to have my film strip. And then I've got all these sayings right here. Sweet summertime. And what I can do is, see, that has one of my sons on it. Why not take this and just stick it on top of that? I think I'll do that. And then maybe we could put y'all here. Once I do the film strip up, it'll fit there. And then along the bottom over here, I need to put summer 2021. And then I have room for a bee. The flower might have to go on the back. So this is basically my front cover. This is my back cover. And maybe I can just have a flower looking up at the sunshine with some bees flying around on the back. But I feel like he needs a flower pot or something. I don't know, a single flower. Maybe we'll just throw the single flower aside. And I'll just have sunshine and a bee on the back. A summer I'll always remember with people I'll never forget. That summer feeling. And then I'll just give the bees their own thing. And then I could do, so my sayings aren't just floating. I can put them like they're on signposts sticking out. And I can trim that to any size I want, can't I? Or maybe even make it look like it's on a sign this way. Or I could make a frame around them. Oh, I like that idea. Could cut them to length and just put frames around them. I've got plenty. I think that's what I'll do. Okay. And I need my label maker. Label maker. Now watch, I won't be able to find the label maker because I want to use it. Sorry, going down a rabbit hole. Be right back. I had that thing not too long ago. Oh, I'm the only one that knows the answer. Well, here's the sticker maker, so I have little squares. This is what happens when you clean up. Then you can't find anything. But it's good to clean up because then you know what you have. Oh, for crying out loud. Did Scott use it last? Can I blame Scott? He was here. He's like, I haven't had it. Oh my goodness, really? Here, I thought I had all my stuff together. Well, it looks like I will be writing it by hand because I don't see it. It's not anywhere I thought it would be. Or I can print it off and waste a whole sheet of paper. So strange. All right, I'll just write it out. I'll just write it on something. I don't know what yet, but something. Okay, I want to make some stickers here. You know what I should have done? I should have outlined these in black, but I've already put that one through, so I'm just going to go with it just as it is. These little sticker makers, I would always have one. I might use double-sided tape on the ATC piece, though. All right. Double-sided tape. All right. Let's make our little thing here. And then we've got to put it together. So if you've got some twine, I've got this. I got 2 spools. One is black and one is brown from Amazon for next to nothing. And it's like I have a lifetime supply of cording. I will probably never need any more. If these are crooked, I'm not going to worry about it. If the crooked police is here, sorry. As Mary says she has a crooked eye. My eye is crooked if I'm sitting down. If I stand up and look at something, I do so much better. Have you noticed that? That's why I stand up a lot. Plus, it's good for my back to stand up. All right, and now I'm going to do the little, turn it into a pretend film strip. Just do some little, these are kind of on the gray side because this pen is about out of ink, I think. Now I'm using white because that's what popped in my head, but if you wanted to make a real colorful film strip, you could use a different color. It's so weird having Greg home at this time of day. I think he will eventually end up on second shift. But while they're doing all of the training and stuff, they've got him on first shift, which has taken his poor body some getting used to. I mean, he's been working second shift for 6 years. One more. And now I've got to do the same on this side. These should line up. But if they don't, do you think I care? No. It's just for fun. I've had enough trying to make everything perfect on that dress I'm making, which I think it's going to fit me pretty good. I think I might make another one in a different fabric. But it's definitely a pattern that you need to use a knit fabric for. And I think I had a lot of fun trying to find a sewing pattern by a pattern company called Rebecca. I might even go back and make the Becky yoga pants. Everybody else seems to have, with Becky or Rebecca, they're doing the yoga pants. But I don't really want to do yoga pants. So I found this it's a top or a dress. What I might do is do a couple tops. It did go together fast. I'm gonna, oh, Greg's printing something because I know I'm not, and it's on his printer. So double side tape time, almost time to bind our book. Some tips on the binding. You want to work all 3 holes at every step. You don't want to like go through and put all your pages together on the first hole. Don't do that. It's a bad idea. Doesn't work out. And then, so we'll start with the back cover and work our way to the front cover. It won't take us long to put it together because it's basically 8 pages, you guys, 8 pages. Allow 3 inches per page of the string. That'll probably give you plenty, but if you want to add, say, if you want to add charms and beads to your binding, you might want a little bit more than that, but you don't have to do that. The saying has stick 'em on it. That's back there. So now I'm wondering, do I want to put a border around that as well? And then plop the sunshine in on top of it. This has got stick 'em on the back too, so I could do it. This has got stick 'em. What else do I need? I need this to have something on it. Something printed off, honey. Was that you?
Yeah, that was me.
Okay. Yeah, we got some more of those good crackers. Costco has these whole grain cracker chip things that are, oh, so good. All right. And I need to run the bees through the machine.
Mom did a Homer Simpson.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
He says, all right. Love you. Bye. Oh, that's the end of my stick-em. Uh-oh. Better order some more. And see, when it's empty, the cartridge, you just pull the cartridge out the bottom. And then when your refill comes, you just shove it in there and go to making stickers. So I needed a refill on this, and I got a refill for the big guy, but I didn't get one for that. So let's put our pages together, shall we? Did I put stick 'em on the back of that? I did not, because it was still wet. Yes, we are going to bind it. As soon as I get this cover put together, we're going to start binding it. And then we're going to be done. And next week, we are going to do a game using some of my old prompt lists that are in my group. I'm going to print them off. I think I have a couple of them. A couple of them that have like 50 prompts on them. And then I'll just do a random.org to get us a list of prompts, and we'll do them in whatever order that they tell us to do them. All right. All right. Let's hold these down here. I'll bring this over here. Now the fun part, getting the paper off the back of these where it's trimmed close. Ah, it started. There we go. And we can create our own little frame around this. Save that little piece. We might can use it. I'm just trying to line this up with the top of that. Can you see what I'm doing? And then we'll cut it right. I keep looking for the label maker. Let's stick them in something else. Oh, see, I got that crooked. I'm not going to worry about it because you know what? It'll pull that paper up, and I'm not going to worry about that. I'll just overlap this a little. Well, it says Sweet Summertime. I could just add 2021 to the front of it. No, no. Stop grabbing when I'm not ready for you to. All right. We'll just make a quick little frame around here. And if I cover up my holes, I can just punch them out again. Okay, Cheryl, that's fine. This is the binding we're going to use is the same as Tanya and Lisa have used in the past. It's the Slipknot Binding, where the book will lay flat. All right. But it is always good to have that refresher when you haven't done it for a while. All right, so I've got a little frame around my Sweet Summertime. I'm going to put you, Rowdy Bunch, down here. So we'll put them down here. What would be nice is if I had, ooh, I think I do. I think I have some wooden numbers. Put you guys down here. And I can put those there. Yes, you the back page. Don't jump the gun. We'll get there. We'll get there. It'll be okay. Easy. Boy, I barely got this out of here, didn't I? Figure out some way to put 2021 on here. I want to use all three B's, so we'll put this B on the front up here. Okay, and I will put the shiny stuff on his wings, but after it's bound, because remember, the book will lay flat. It'll lay flat open. It will lay flat on its tummy with its pages, its front cover laying just like this. So let's see. And if you want to darken your letters up, you can. which I might do that. All right, so there's the front cover of my book. And what I like to do is put a border around it with your Posca pen. So just put a line around the edge. And then like where the B is, you can just lift your pen, skip him. And you can add doodles or anything you want to do to your book. It's yours. And right here, I want my label maker. That's what I want. I'll put fibs along there. Fibs right there. Got to find that label maker. All right, so that's my front cover. Now I'm going to look at it, make sure I got it the right way. Oh, I hope I have enough of this to do the back. All right. These are on sticker paper. Summer, I'll always remember. With people I'll never forget. Put this up top because it's the sunshine. You've watched Tanya do it a few times. Okay. Yes, I'm binding it today. I want it up. What time is it now? It's almost 5 o'clock. And I want to wrap it up. Let's see here. It's only 8 pages. It won't take that long, certainly. These are some of the small pieces I had left. Might as well use them first. I'm ready to move on to something else. And I've got to start working on our next hop event, which is going to take me some time because I have this idea in my head that I want to run with as quickly as possible. I don't care if it comes up a little short. What's taking me so long is getting the paper started, which it does start if you touch and just keep working at it. And then you can get the back loose like so. Now, if you wanted to doodle on your little painty paper range, you could come in here and doodle on whatever's in the background. Oh, thankfully that one had a little bit of paper left on it. Its side. I need So this will wrap up this project. Let's cut this one in half. So I have 3 holes in my journal, 3 inches of cording per page times the number of holes you have in your book. So I have three holes. I have 8 pages, 3 inches per page, so 24 inch. So I need 3 cording at 24 inches long. And that's why I was saying, if you guys need me to open a room tonight, I just need to know now. And then that way, if you have trouble, we could meet in a Phibbsville room on Phibbsville real quick to go over the binding again. That is going to be, if you want the room, I will open one. If you think you got it, you can go with it. And the good thing is I'm recording this right now, so if you need to, you can go back and watch again. So I'm going to go ahead and outline this. And I might do additional doodling and stuff, but I want to get this border on because the lacing will go over the border. Oh, I've got my bees need to be popped on here too. So I'll pop a couple more bees on here. And they'll look better once I get their bee streams behind them done in, maybe with gold. And then put the stuff in their wings. All right. So get your book and stack it together as it would be. So that's my last cover. This is my cover. So there's the back cover and the front cover. All right, so you've got it in a stack. We're going to get 3 pieces of this. Let me verify I've got 8 pages. I'm pretty sure I do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 pages. 8 times 3 is 24. So I'm going to cut my lengths at 25 inches just to give me an extra inch. So there's 1, 2, and 3. All right. Go ahead and open your book backwards. So all the way to the end. So you're on your last page. Your holes should be over here. And then this is the one we're going to start with. We're starting with the back cover back here. And I have a little cheat sheet that you can print off too. It says for do not distribute, but you can go to Karen Bartlemol's Binding for a Board book or a Slipknot Binding. All right. So I'm just going to show you how to do it. All right. Fold your string in half, tail to tail, so you end up with a loop. Okay? You've got a loop at the end, right? This is the top of your page. Your holes are over here. Take your loop and go through the hole. Okay, so now you've got your threads are coming out here. Here's your tails. And your loop goes down through the page and out the back. You're going to take this here and you're going to thread your tails through. All right. And you make a slip knot. All right. So there's one. Do that for the other two holes. Okay. So fold your string in half. All right. Take your loop, put it through the hole. You got to pinch it together to get it through these small holes here. All right, so there's your loop. Make sure your strings stay kind of flat too. Don't let them twist around each other too much. Then pull your tails through the loop and do a slip knot. Got one more to do. All right. So here we are again. Got a loop and tails. Put your loop through. So you've got a loop down here. Take your tails, put them through there. And pull it like that. Okay? Now, turn your next page back. So your two facing pages are now going to be next to each other. What you're going to do is you're going to take your tails, okay? Take your tails and take them up and over and back through the hole. So get them through the hole here. Then down here, divide your tails in half. So split the tails. So you've gone through, you split them on this side of the page. They're together through the hole, and then you just pull it down. All right. So then take your tails, come up and over the top of the book, put them through the hole. Get both of them through the hole. And then the tails will split here, and then just pull your string down. Do you see what I'm doing? All right. All right. So here's the hole. Here's your string. Put them together and come to the end where they are. These aren't even, but that's okay. Just feed your tails through your hole. Because these aren't together, they're not working together for me. I don't know how I got that one so messed up. I might take that one out and fix it because it's so much easier when the tails are closer together. Let me loosen this real quick and fix this. Let's see if I can snug this down so these are closer together. There we go. All right. So there's my tails. Come up over the top, make it like a big curve, and then come through the top of your page out to the back side of that page, and then split your two lines, your two pieces apart. So you're pulling this together. You're doing a slip knot over and over and over. And that's why you have to do each hole and then flip this one back. And we're going to repeat that. Grab your tails, work to the end, bring them up and over the top of the page. See how I'm over on top of the page? Feed your tails through the hole in the page and then split the tails here. and tighten it down. Again, we're going to bring this up. You can also tell that you need to keep these kind of in the same orientation as you're going up through so that the stitches will lay flat on your binding. You'll notice a difference if it's out of whack. Go through the hole with both of your tails. That tail's getting kind of fried. We might need to trim that. Yeah, I'm going to have to trim that because now it's not wanting to go through. Okay. And I kind of just keep them as smooth as I can. And feed them through from the top to the bottom of that page. And then in between the two strings, they kind of just fall open so you can tie them that way. You can slip knot them. All right. See how it opens up? That's what you want. Go through the page. That's another good reason to cut a little bit extra, so when the tails start getting a little knotty bit to them, where they don't want to cooperate. This one's not wanting to go through. Okay. All right. Are y'all seeing how to get it to do the slip knots? All right. Then take your next page and push it back on so your corresponding pages are next to each other. Okay. Come up over the top of the page, back down through the hole. Keep them together is hard part. All right, once they're down through from the top to the back side, these will spread apart here, and then you pull your tails through like so. And don't tighten them too tight until you get all 3 holes done. I'm going to hope I've got enough here to do this. I'm going to trim mine even. Hopefully I haven't cut it too short, because there's really no going back if you cut too much off. Okay. All right, and then these two will split apart. Pull your tails through. You can always go back and tighten. But if you tighten too soon, it's hard to go back and fix it. From the top to the bottom, split the loop at the back, pull the tails through. Now this is where you can tighten these up. Okay, and see what you're getting is it looks like it's been crocheted, because basically you're just doing slip knots. Okay. All right, so again, verify you've got the right ones together. All right, so then we're going to bring our tails up and over, down through the top. And then at the back here, split these apart so you can go in between them with the tails. Remember, don't tighten too tight until you're all pieced together. Come up over the top from the front side of the page to the back side of the page. And my tails are starting to get kind of like they don't want to cooperate. I'm afraid to trim too much more off, but I need both of these to go through that hole. There we go. All right. So I got my tails back here, but I'm going in the wrong direction. I need to go between these two here and pull it down. One more, and we've got just 2 more pages. I think I'm going to have just enough of the cording to get all my pages done. That's good. I might have to get a pokey tool to poke these tails through. This will work. Get my tail to push in there. It's starting to get a little frayed, but this is supposed to be wax cording where this doesn't happen, but as you can see, it does happen. All right, remember to come in between the two, and then you can tighten up all your pages. If you do all one hole and build up all your pages, what'll happen is you'll end up can't get these 2 holes to come together nice like that. It would be impossible. So always do each hole on every page and then do the next one. All right, so again, this is the correct layout. Always verify your layout because something crazy can happen. All right. Now on the last page, we're going to do something a little different. So you might want to pay attention. Just watch while I work it out. We've got one more page. And no matter how many times I've already done this, I'm going to have to trim these. I still have to dig this instructions out because I can't remember this each time. I have to dig these instructions back out. But if you look for Slipknot Binding on Pinterest, this sheet pops up. And if you open it in a new tab, you can print this off and just put it with your reference material so you'll always have it. And then come in between here. We'll make sure you're going. Don't twist these. Look at it and make sure the same one's on the left and the right. Because if you get a twist in it, then it doesn't want to lay flat. So there is something you have to watch for. Okay. Last one. Okay. No, I've got one of this. Okay. Never mind. It's not the last one. So I'm going to put this one in here. Remember, this is my short page. I don't know how I ended up with a shorty page, but I did. I have one more page after this. Come in between them at the bottom. Up and over the top. I'm trying to get these to lay right. What time are we at? 5:15. We're taking this right up to the minute. I know you guys are probably all ready to go get your dinner. All right, make sure you look at this at the back here. So they split apart and you pull this through. Don't get too tight until you're through all 3 holes. Just repeating the same things that you need to remember over and over. So we'll remember. Okay, and through the between. Now you can do your tightening up on your string. You just don't want to pull so tight you pull through your whatever you've used as your book. All right, so here's our front cover. Ta-da! And there you go. Now, this time I'll just read what it says. It says, you can knot off your binding in a variety of ways, but here are a couple. Bring your cord up and lead it down through the top of your cover hole as you would a page. But rather than threading your cord between the lead-in cord, come around to the outside and tie off. So I think that's the one we're going to do. So, all right, so you're going to bring these out, right? Like we're going to do a page. But instead of going between them, you're going to put one to each side of this thread here. So let me show you. So do like you're going to do a page. And go down through the hole. All right. But instead of opening this up and going between them, take your threads. So your tails are, one is above the loop and one is below it. Go ahead and pull your threads on down. So see, now you're on, like, instead of going between the thread, you're on either side of the thread. Let's get each of these into that state. And then what you do is you come back and you just tie it off with a square knot at each location. But I want to get all of my tails to that position before I tie them so that I make sure I have, everything through easily. I think once you start tying and firming things down, it's not always as easy. So let's see. That one needs to go that way and that way. So instead of going between here this time, right here, instead of going in between here, you're on the outside of it. So instead of going inside, we're on the outside, but one on each side of it. All right, one more. And if you wanted to, you can tie beads or charms or whatever you want from this. Now, if I can find this link to this, I will put a link to this page so you can print it off for yourself. So remember, here's where we would normally put our tails, but we want one of the tails to come to the other side of it. So these are together and one tail goes this way, one tail goes that way. Then tighten it down. Okay. All right, then tie your square knots. Everything's tied up. So tie and then tie. And that's not going anywhere. So tie this way and then tie this way. This way. Tighten it down that way. See? Now it's bound. Now see what, no matter what you do, it's going to lay flat. Always lays flat. So that was our summer journal project. And see if you find the middle of your book. If you want to do something to your cover after you've bound it, just find the center of it and just flip your book out. It lays flat. Now see, I can come in and I can trim these off if I want to. I can leave them long. You decide what you want to do with the tails on here. I will probably trim them down. I might tie them one more time just to be on the safe side. But I think I'll do that and then trim them. And then I'll open it up and put the glitter glue on my bumblebee's tails. And I'll just chop this off. I might leave about an inch. Figure better safe than sorry. And I've got to find my label maker, and I'll add a 2021 to this And I think I'm going to put fibs on the picture of the friends in the box. So, did you guys enjoy the project? Somebody was asking if we want to do one in the fall, but I don't know if I want to lead it. Does somebody else want to lead a fall journal? Could be fun to take turns. So again, I'm going to find my kind of my middle so I can put my glitter glue on my bee's wings. And I can get some coffee. So glitter glue for the bee's wings. All right. So that's all I had planned for today. Ann says yes to doing more journals. Is that what you're saying yes to? It could be fun to do an autumn one because we could do like 1 week. We could just start with fall leaves. In September, we could do a fall leaf page. And then we could work our way up and maybe have a harvest page. What kinds of pages? We could do a whole list of things to put in. I know Mary likes lists. We could do lists of pages that we could do together, like maybe a harvest page, a pumpkin patch, going to pick a pumpkin out for Halloween. Corn, what are they called? Where you have a stack of corn teepees? I don't know. This will have to sit somewhere until this dries. I don't like to try to hurry the glitter glue because sometimes it'll bubble. Yeah, fall, Halloween, and Thanksgiving together. That would be fun. Leaves, Halloween, then harvest. Yeah. There we go. Might do their corn husk. We could do corn husk doll. Just pretend and make one up. So I'm just going to take and do a kind of just a bee trails. Or we could just do pages in an ongoing journal. Like, I think, Mary, that's what you're suggesting is maybe we just get together and do a page. And then that way, somebody could offer to do a video or do a live. Do you think this would work for a journal still to be worked in? Oh, the binding. You would have to do like Janet Nash is doing, and she just put book rings in hers, and she's going to keep working in it. This binding, you really have to take into account the number of pages that you have. You can't really start binding it until you are done with pages. Because you have to know how long to make your string. That's the only thing. A shock of corn. That is right, Janice. That's what it is. Autumn can include so much. Stop, Callie. So I will probably add more doodles and stuff once the glitter glue is done doing its thing. And if I can find my glitter, if I can find my label maker, I will add the 2021, like right in here somewhere, and then fibs, friends in a box. And I'll probably sign it on the back somewhere. I love our autumn colors. That's the only time I really like orange. Now the dress I just made has orange flowers on it. But I like them because they're flowers. Oh, and don't forget Roy. Yeah, we gotta turn one of these into Roy. Let's see here. Let's see. We need to give Roy a mustache. Let's see. Let's make this one Roy right here. We'll just do it like a mustache. The pen don't want to write on there. Let's see. There's our Roy. Should have made him eating a tomato sandwich. He'll laugh when he sees that, if he sees it. There we go. There's Roy right there. Of course, he had an awesome hat. I guess I should have given him one of the hats. All right, Mary says, I'm making a junk journal, get all the pages, binding the journal, then work in it. I don't see why you couldn't. The only thing is you wouldn't be able to color all the way to the edge where the binding was, but you could. Yeah. Now, folded pages, I'm wondering about folded pages. Because then if they were folded, then they wouldn't lay flat like this, because these are single pages. My mouth was watering when he sliced that tomato in that big old honking slice. I was like, oh my gosh, that's so good. I think I need to add some white around the border because I've got so much white in the middle. I think adding would make it look better. Kind of looks like the bees did it. I'm just playing right now. So if y'all want to go eat your dinner, you go ahead. It's all right. Whatever doodle strikes your fancy. Put some more dots on here. So I don't have anything else planned for today. But if you guys want to, we could start a discussion on the Fibsville page about what you might like to include in an autumn type journal. And maybe we could do just do Mary's junk journal and then do different pages in it. Whoever's doing an autumn page, you could follow along and add it to your autumn journal. Or you could call it a wrap up 2021 journal, or, play with ideas. I'm not really one to do a December daily because we don't have any little ones directly in our life right now. So, and we've gotten to where we don't decorate a whole lot. I do like to have a Christmas tree just to be festive, but I don't pull out a ton of stuff anymore. I just don't. That looks better already. And I'm going to do some more on it. So I'm going to let you guys go unless you absolutely... Yes, diabetics do get grumpy. All right. And Lori, Paint Girly, might be on. And that's all I have. So I'm going to let you go. Y'all have a good night. I'll see some of you at Ann's tomorrow. Bye, guys. I'm going to go back to sewing. Have a good night.